What up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Will Makeaway Show. As always, please comment, drop a comment in the chat, like, subscribe, and we ain't gonna play around tonight. We're gonna get to the latest Kanye interview about his mom being sacrificed, and we got a correspondent on deck, Old Boy TV, and we're gonna see what's going on with Kanye. Was his mom sacrificed? Is the system against him, or is he just throwing a fit because of Adidas and him getting dropped because of his comments on the other show on Revolt? What's it called? I think Drink Champs. So we ain't gonna play around tonight. We're gonna bring the correspondent in, and we're gonna get to the Kanye video. So let's get it. Let's hear. Oh boy, TV, how you doing?
What's good? What's good, old boy?
We're gonna get into the Kanye thing, see what's going on. I'm doing good tonight. And we're gonna see what it is. So without further ado, let's get to it. And feel free to stop me if you got any comments, and I'll stop along too if I got any comments of what we're seeing on our screen here from what Kanye is talking about. Give me one moment, sir. All right. Are you able to see the presentation?
Yes, sir.
All right. So feel free to stop anytime if you got any comments, and I'm gonna do the same. So let's get into this.
Appreciate that. Just for you guys understanding humanity, the very first time I was ever given some medication was actually related to an incident of paparazzi in front of the airport, where I wrestled down the same paparazzi that just followed.
Let's see if we get some better audio. He's talking kind of low on this one. Let's see. Well, we're just gonna go with it.
And then send me the anger management class. I don't want to sign those right now, bro. Right now. All right, so they sent me this anger management class, and then the guy just gave me some medication. He's like, yo, take this. I had never taken medication my entire life. And one doctor said when we started, like,
well, I don't know what he talking about here. He said he's never taken no medication before until he got into anger management class. Maybe this was before his accident. If you recall, he had an accident. That's why his jaw is kind of the way it is. If you recall the accident, old boy, and he had wires in his mouth and everything.
So we know wires.
Yeah, through the wire. So we know he took some medication there. So maybe this is before all that. Okay, so let's just get that out the way.
It's slow or something. And the interesting thing, they saw the heart texting, and people are looking over. The media has run all these stories, smearing.
Got a lot of background noise, old boy.
Yeah, there's a lot of background noise. I guess he's I believe maybe at a hotel. He's up under the carport or whatever. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of people being rude. I don't give a damn that Ye's right there, because he's not Kanye no more. He's Ye. So
yeah.
Saying, hey, I can't be anti-Semitic if I'm a Semite, because I am. Because that's
I agree.
We are black.
I agree with that statement he just made. They say he made anti-Semitic statements, but at the same time, he's claiming to be a Jew. So I guess what he's saying, how can he make anti-Semitic statements when he's claiming to be, a Jew himself? You know what I'm saying?
A Semite.
Yeah.
Black people we don't have a flag. Our history's been stolen from us. You go to the African American Museum, it starts in slavery. It doesn't start before then. They don't talk about Mansa Musa. They don't talk about us being here before.
Who's Mansa Musa?
From my understanding, he was one of the richest Africans ever.
Yeah. But
this was from way back, but before slavery and all that. This is way back. I have limited understanding, but for what I understand, he was a very powerful man back in Africa back in the day.
Yeah, I heard that too, and I also heard he was just a fool with money. So So,
that's what they call us today. That's what they call Ye, huh?
Yeah, I guess so.
Money.
Yeah, let's just go with it.
Yeah.
So I want to read this text out to you again, right? Because people need to not forget this. So when I put up the tweet, I was going back and forth.
Oh, shout out to the Daily Stardust. That's who got this footage. You know, I want to give them props. You know.
Oh yeah.
It's just their footage here.
With Harley saying, "Hey, I'm angry. I'm angry at how these Jewish business people have done, and so many of my friends."
See, okay, now Kanye is also bringing up the same point you just brought up. These people being kind of like loud as hell right here while I'm trying to do this interview.
Are they telling me why?
Yeah. Excuse me, disculpe, estamos en el video, por favor. Gracias. Thank you.
Is he still talking? Let me.
Has money made Kanye a little arrogant in the midst of all this, or he's just a total victim? Has the money made him a little arrogant too?
Let me ask you this: if you had $100 million, wouldn't you be just a little arrogant, just a little bit?
Yeah, maybe a little bit, maybe a little bit.
Humbly arrogant.
Yeah,
but he's been rich for a long time, so I mean, hey,
yeah. He's actually had money before he came on the scene because he's producing in the background for The Rock and all that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah.
He has a very patient driver.
So, and to this date, right? Y'all done seen everything be proven. I got kicked out of the banks. Ari Emanuel asked all these businesses to stop doing business with me. Now, yeah, I was in negotiation with Adidas because that was my issue. They were getting lawyers to sign over my IP, different things without me being aware of it, like people signing on my behalf. And this is part of the problems I had with Adidas. So now the world has got to see how Adidas was as a partner. The fact that they would attempt to steal my designs. That's happened a lot in history, right?
Now, what he's saying here, what was this coming out, but the Adidas having somebody sign for him on his designs and stuff? Was this coming out before the anti-Semitic stuff going on, or just because when the so-called anti-Semitic stuff came out, they gave him the boot? Because I ain't heard none of this before that.
Right. I think they gave him the boot. They probably been wanting to give him the boot, to be honest, but they just needed the excuse, just like the Kyrie situation.
Yeah. They
just needed the excuse to get rid of a Negro. That's all. Let's be honest. This is my thing, bro. You got hundreds of millions of dollars. How hard is it to go start a factory? You can go lease a factory, put some workers in it, and make your own shoes, bro. Like, what do you need them for right at this point?
Well, I was speaking of the factory. I looked at the Drink Champs interview. Somebody had it up on YouTube, even though the main channel took it down. And he spoke on that about getting plugged in with the factories. And I guess they was giving him a little bit of, I guess, the runaround so many words. But maybe we can, pull that up. But I had to search for the timestamp on that one. But it kind of seems like now he wants to do a tell-all that he got kicked off the Adidas thing. Now, I'm not sure what's in the contract, but for what I'm hearing, that even though they kicked him off, the designs that he dropped under them, they still keeping the design. So they might drop it, some of his designs, maybe designs we even ain't seen yet, but just gonna be straight Adidas.
I don't understand that. Wouldn't they have to pay him?
But they was paying him, but I guess it's some contractual stuff, and let's see what he got to say.
Yeah,
to see it in real life, and that's the difference. Let's read this Harley text out loud when he was.
What about it? Can you see that shirt he got on? Is that one of his styles? Look like it's just a shirt with magic marker written on it. Would that shirt go for $1,000?
Yes, that's probably a designer shirt, to be honest.
Now, would you say that we need a factory to make a shirt like that? I guess so. If you go put them in masses, or we can just go to Walmart and get a 20-pack of Fruit of Looms, and you can sign them up. The shirt looks kind of like the self-made shirt he got on right there.
I don't know what this man got going on. I can't get with the design. I can't get with it. I mean, I support black business, but I don't know. I don't know.
All right.
You know, forcing me to apologize, you know, about the frustration. And no one ever said, okay, this is what you're doing. Even the fact that TMZ is going to say Kanye West, right? And my name is legally Ye now. It's always some form of disrespect. No matter.
Well, I don't want to call that disrespect. We just been calling him Kanye for so long. The Ye thing a catch on. It just been calling him that for so long. I don't think they're disrespecting him. I mean, it's Puff been Kanye Daddy. For a long time.
Puff Daddy, P Diddy. What do he call himself now? Daddy.
I think
Daddy.
Diddy.
Diddy.
Don't change yeah, something like that.
Now. If you're the richest black man, or what happens? What's up, bro? You part of this?
Sorry, it's ballet. It's ballet.
This what?
It's ballet. It's looking right now. Oh, ponte un poquito atrás.
Yeah, por favor. Gracias.
Gracias.
Just go over there, man. We don't need to break. Yeah.
Hey, told that man just go over there.
Yeah.
All right, so let me read these harlequins. This is how he was read. This is a trainer, but come to find out, he was actually Canadian intelligence. But this is my trainer, so this shows you the kind of handlers that are around.
There you go.
Superstars.
So what he's saying is, I guess training him up in this business, but was a so-called agent. You believe they're doing them like that? We're gonna help you through the train you up far as how to work this clothing business and what stuff, but it's an agent.
Oh, definitely. A high level handler, agent, whatever you want to call them, is they controlling the situation. That's what's going on.
Yeah.
California, right? So it says, I'm going to help you one of a couple ways. First, you and I sit down and have a loving and open conversation, but you don't use cuss words. And everything that is discussed is based in fact, and not some crazy stuff that dumb friend of yours told you or you saw in a tweet. Second option, I have you institutionalized again, where they medicate the crap out of you and you go back to zombie land forever. Play date with the kids just won't be the same.
So with all the fame and money he got, somebody can come at them like that.
Yeah, he get his money from somewhere. From somewhere.
Now he's saying people call him Kanye still disrespectful. Now that seems to disrespect right there. They're telling him the play dates with his kids ain't gonna be the same if you don't abide by these rules, and you will be put back in the asylum.
Why they even putting this kid's name in their mouth? Don't even. That's an offense.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Don't even talk about my kids.
What? Yeah, you shouldn't have brought the kids up. But so would you? I guess this is a high level demon that's texting him.
That's one way to say it.
Gotta be.
This is the way a Hollywood trainer was talking to me to force me to go and apologize, right? But even though they ended the deals and Farrakhan said, hey, did he really ever have it? Let me explain to Farrakhan what that meant. I mean, my contract for Adidas was for 4 more years. My royalty was $500 million a year. That's what I meant when I said the $2 billion was lost in a day. Because of the negotiation with Adidas, I wanted to negotiate something where it's like, okay, you guys, you'll take the Yeezy.
Okay, let's start right there. So I guess what Farrakhan was saying, he had $2 billion left to go. He said, 4 more years? What he said, 500 million each year for 4 years would have been $2 billion?
Yeah.
So I guess Farrakhan came out and say, well, did you ever really have the money if you ain't really, because you ain't get to that point yet. So he's come at them saying he lost $2 billion. But I guess whatever clause they got in the contract where they can drop him for the anti-Semitic stuff, they dropped him.
Yeah, he didn't have the $2 billion. His evaluation was worth $2 billion. He was going to get paid that if he would have stayed in his contract. But I mean, if you ain't got the cash, if you ain't got it in your bank, you ain't got it.
Yeah, so he lost what would have been a potential $2 million.
A potential $2 billion, right?
Yeah, $2 billion, excuse me. But I guess he was claiming. I guess you claim, you manifest. He's already looking at this is in the bank.
No, I mean it was contractual. He was going to get it as long as He kept his mouth shut and went with the flow.
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah. And Cyborg, when you get a chance, drop something in the chat so I can rinse you up too.
Oh yeah.
All right.
But we still get the royalties. And people saw it's like when we dealt with George Floyd, different than I'm the one put the money up. You know what I'm saying? I put $2 million. I always support it in every one of these situations.
Well, about the George Floyd situation, I'm not sure if you're aware of that. He had said something, I guess him and Candace Owens was on this thing about they said something about the man was on drugs and that's why he was acting crazy with the police. And it wasn't so much that he was resisting arrest and all that. You know, Black Lives Matter say the police just, did him wrong. But they're saying it was drugs in the man's system. So I think the Floyd family was actually trying to sue Kanye, but he turned around, I guess, put up some money, sent some money, and something kind of squashed it that way.
So you think about if Harley was part of intelligence, right? What kind of people you think are surrounding my kids? What kind of people you think are in that house right now? My kids go to Sierra Canyon. It's a Jewish school that doesn't teach Christianity, teach Christian kids.
Well, I think Kanye kind of doxing himself here. He shouldn't have named the school like that. He shouldn't have put that out there.
Kanye don't know when. He don't know. I don't know what you call it. What is it called? Publicity. When your publicist, when they basically like say this, don't say that for your own legal sake, bro.
That's a security risk.
It's a security risk. Like, why would you tell everybody where your kids went, dummy?
Yeah. Now, for us on the other side, few folks that's not crazy or don't got enough money to get to his kids even. But I mean, I guess for us, at least he's letting us in. I guess you can look at it that way. So, because ain't nobody else gonna do this. All right, let's go.
At Christmas time, they're teaching Kwanzaa to Black kids. They say, "Hey, this is your Christmas. This is all indoctrination. This is all mind control." You gotta understand, like I don't believe I'm putting myself at risk because I think God uses me for a time like this. He put me in this situation and had y'all follow me from George Bush Don't Care to Beyonce Had the Best Video to now. For some reason, y'all are interested.
I think he got a point in that, regardless what he do, people gonna tune in his ass. And what is that? Why is that when it comes to Kanye? How did he get from just being a rapper, College Dropout album, which was a nice album, to being this, having people chase him everywhere he go? Besides, regular rappers have people chase him everywhere.
Money.
So what put him over the top like that to be? Was it the clothing that pushed him over the edge?
I want to say he probably got to a certain financial status because once you get into that billionaire range, you have to comply with certain people, certain entities that's on a higher level that you just gotta get along with the go along once you get to a certain level. I hate to say that, but that's what it seems like at least.
Okay, well maybe I'm jumping ahead. Maybe I'm putting the cart before the horse. So he's gonna bring up the sacrifice talk. Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jay said, "Why sell belt buckle? Well, y'all niggas shoulders looking like y'all are interested for some reason, and they wanted to medicate me every day. You realize, like, they could have just switched to medication, and I wouldn't be here. And on the news, they would have said it was because of a mental issue, right? Yeah. I ain't never been back to the hospital since 2015. But every time they say I'm crazy, it's just when I'm saying the truth. So what's the crazy part, really? What's the crazy part, really?
But they can't scare you. They can't control you. They can't. They try to suppress you, but that's how they try to categorize.
They can't control me. You get what I'm saying? They can control Shaq. They can control Charles Barkley. They can control LeBron James. They can control Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Now, Do you think he has a point in this line of answering about being in control? This line of question he's getting about being in control.
They ain't got to control you. They can control your money.
But I guess they're not controlling what what he can say and what he can do. I mean, anybody that got money can go off the handles. But I guess you could say they're limiting his access to things.
You can say that.
Especially
as far as business wise.
Yeah. I mean, what they can't control is if, like I said, he could build his own factory and get his own thing going. But even in that, you could build a factory, but then you need a permit. Then you got somebody saying, "What if that's a Jewish person that got to sign off on this and sign off on that?" You get the plant going and get the factory. I don't know, man.
I don't know. Go start your own country. I don't know. You need to do something. You got enough resources, enough money, enough power where you can make your own moves, brother.
Yeah.
Cut it off.
No, you, man.
But they can't control me.
No,
You see, it
you.
ain't no name I won't name. It's up.
No, you.
You know what I'm saying? And just for Minister Farrakhan, I love you. But the way you read that, I took that as a slight. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking no disrespect from nobody. So let's get on the phone. Let's talk that out. I don't care who you are. I ain't taking no slice from nobody. Right? I ain't taking no slice from nobody. It's God. That's the only person that I serve. My mom ain't here. My mama was sacrificed.
Okay.
There you go.
He said he ain't taking nothing from nobody but God. You know, and I respect him. You know, he's saying, you know, he didn't come at Farrakhan sideways. It looked like he tried to make an effort to say he ain't like what he's saying without disrespecting him. And Farrakhan, as far as I know, he would take him up on that offer. He would probably talk to him. But do you believe the sacrifice stuff? Do you believe his mama was sacrificed for some kind of, I guess, I don't know.
His mom, I think she was having some kind of surgery.
Yeah, and from my understanding, it was elective surgery. It wasn't nothing like she needed, like she had some transplant. She wanted something physical appearance.
It was some kind of cosmetic surgery. I don't know if it was breast or whatever it was.
Yeah,
it was just real funny. And if you know how the industry works, I mean, me personally, I definitely believe that was a sacrifice, man. I mean, let's just be real. Look at how his look what happened to his stardom after his mom. I mean, he was already going up, but from my understanding, the way the industry works is you either got to bend over, or somebody gonna have to die. Mama, brother, cousin, whatever. That's just the way it sounds crazy, but that's just the way they work.
So this goes back, I guess, to my question a few minutes ago. When he really took off. I mean, he had money, I guess, with Jay-Z and all that, but you know, it was rapper money, but it wasn't no billion money.
$1 billion, yeah.
Yeah, but it kind of like, I guess, when the mama thing happened, can we say that's when we seen a uptick in the career?
Definitely. He definitely had an uptick. I'm sure you can look at his album sales, and it's some numbers you can look at, and it's gonna show you, okay, this man is going crazy now.
Yeah.
So,
but and you think money is that power? They do it for money.
Yes. Straight up. I would kill my mama for this billion. Yes.
Well, he say she was sacrificed, but he didn't say he sacrificed her.
He don't have to directly sacrifice her. It can just gonna be some random stuff that happened. Like, I hate to go to this with the takeoff situation.
Go ahead.
That was, you look into it, that was a type of sacrifice. That was it was just too many coincidences. When you have so many coincidences, man, you just gotta put the dots together, man. There's some high level spiritual level stuff. So it's not like on the mundane level.
Yeah, well, that's why we got you on the program, sir. You know, make us aware of that. That's a whole other thing we can dive into. But let's see what else he got to say about his mama. I think it's some pain, some hurt there was because his mama.
Of course.
That's been years ago now. Not to say you ever get over your mama dying, but that been years ago now. He never really spoke on the situation at all.
No.
And it goes straight from she dead to come straight out to a sacrifice. So,
well, he did have a little funny rap about it, about the a crappy Happy Meal or something like that. I forget when he was on stage.
Oh, really?
But he definitely mentioned it some years ago.
Okay. All right.
You understand?
Yeah. I'm appreciative.
Michael Jordan. What about him? His daddy, right? Bill Cosby.
Now, Michael Jordan daddy, I guess you call that sacrifice. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. They said that Negro had a gambling problem and got into it deep with some and couldn't pay. And that was the ultimate sacrifice.
I heard about that. He got into a lot of debt with some doing all that gambling and stuff, and somebody got to go, brother.
Yeah.
It's messed up, man. It's messed up.
Yeah.
Son, right? Dr. Dre, his son. You're out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control, traumatize. They want to monetize and traumatize. And God loved me. You understand? They hit me. Gap, Adidas, all that away. Still Forbes, who hate me, right? Had to write net worth 400 million. Jesus is king. God loved me.
That's more important than thinking in life.
That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? And this truth is going to be heard. Y'all can't send none of y'all Meek Mills, y'all Puffies, y'all Lil Boozies, none of these names, none of these people that have to listen to y'all because they're dealing with have legal. I never.
Yeah, go ahead.
Didn't a few years ago he was calling himself God and all this?
Well, he made a whole gospel album. You know, he had the Jesus Walk thing, and I don't know. Now, I like money. I'm sure everybody likes money, but he speak, God. He only answered to God, but then he says, Forbes still had to put worth he's 400 million. So apparently, he's still putting the money up on a high level, which is money, so I understand. Mm-hmm. But I mean, is that next to God in his mind? Because he lost these deals, and I'm not sure if we would be even hearing this side of Kanye if these deals had never fell through.
Exactly. Exactly.
So, right. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe did they wake up a sleeping beast? I mean, cause right now, when he to these companies, he is like he's hot cold. They don't want to touch. They don't. They pass him. They hurry up, get rid of his ass. They ain't gonna want to. And it's gonna come to the point. Ain't nobody gonna have their hands out for his ass.
The word is liability. That's what it is. He's a liability.
Yeah, big liability.
You messing up my money. I done paid you all this money. Now you got all this nonsense coming out your mouth.
Yeah.
Shut up, boy.
But the thing about it, but the thing about like Adidas dropping him for the so-called anti-Semitic comments and stuff like that. The thing is, I think that's maybe for higher ups, like I don't know, these people on the board, the chairman, the investors and all that, because the actual people that's spending the money with these on Kanye stuff don't really, I sad to say, don't really care about that stuff. These are young folks, teenagers, shoe collectors, clothes collectors. Not saying it don't matter, but the people that's actually spending the money on the product don't care about this stuff that the big wigs are upset about. You feel me? They don't. But I don't know about far as the people on the board, the chairman, the investors, and these people that run the Adidas when they go to these big dinners where $500 a plate. That's how they keep the lower people out. Just overprice the plate a steak $500. So you can't even sit at the table.
Right.
Never killed nobody, right? I'm the pussy that never killed nobody, right? But that means I can say whatever I want and not go to jail. And even if they did figure out a way, I'm still not backing down from what I said. It's Jewish people that did bad business. I'm Semite, so I can't be anti-Semitic. They stole our history from us.
Well, I give him that. He's saying the fact that he's never really been in legal trouble, which I from my recollection, I think he's right. So what's he saying? Like these Bootsies and McMills, they got probation's office and all kind of people over their heads, so they gotta watch what they say because they own papers. I guess what he's trying to say. Right. He's saying that he ain't done nothing but made music and had his babies or whatever. So he can say whatever the hell he want to say because the laws ain't got nothing on him.
Allegedly,
yeah.
They stole who we are, and it sucked. In Jesus' name, amen. Y'all have a good night.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let me
go ahead.
Let me do a screen share real quick. Let me pull up something up.
All right, let me drop Kanye down. What you think about that truck he's riding in?
I think that's that Maybach truck. That bounce up and down.
Yeah, big Mercedes. He riding in the front too.
Oh yeah, I'm surprised about that. Hold on, let me see what I can. Give me 1 second here. All right, let's do this.
All right. So you got old boy has a presentation. We're gonna give it over to him and we're gonna follow his lead on this and see what he got going on. I mean, nothing, no XXX stuff, right?
No XXX stuff. No.
Okay.
All right.
Go ahead, sir.
This is a chart that shows who owns what business in America. Well, these are some of your top businesses in the country here, or in the world, I would say. And let me move this. Hold on. Okay, so the green is gay. The green means gay. The blue means non-white. So a black man or Asian or whatever. The red is Jewish.
Great. There, you showed that now. That's a CRA right there.
So this is who is paying Kyrie Irving. This is who is on top of your ESPNs. This is on top of all your big time networks, your social media companies. Let's go down the list here. You got Universal Studios. That's almost all the way Jewish. 20th Century Fox, Jewish. Basically, you go down this whole list is Jewish.
Well, let's call them small hats.
Small hats. I'm sorry.
Yeah, let's call them small hats.
We don't want to get demonetized here, YouTube.
Yeah.
These are the people that's paying Kanye, so he got to go along with the get along. I'm sorry to say, unless he start his own stuff.
So they're able to do bad business, as he say, because they own so much other business.
He blocked in. The man can't do nothing, man. He, like I said, he need to start his own stuff. The only way he can get out is start his own everything. Factory. He probably need to move out the country, to be honest. I don't know. But this is who is running everything. What can you do about that? What can you do? This is 2013. It's a few years old, but I'm sure it's hasn't much changed since.
Yeah, if they ran it in 2013, I'm pretty sure they ain't just gave it up. So
I didn't even know Mark Zuckerberg was Jewish. Jesus. Disney, Jewish. He's gay and Jewish. Walt Disney.
Yeah, he's small hat.
Small hat.
And so yeah, and he's with the Rainbow Coalition.
Yeah, the LGBT. But go ahead. That's all I got on that.
I appreciate you sharing that with us.
Yeah. Just to get some context on what's going on here.
So, and I asked this question before, I believe. After we've seen this interview, where does Kanye go from here? Has he reached a plateau?
He need to go his own way. That's the way he need to go. Like I said, he got enough money to start his own factories, companies, hire black people. Stop making all these. Stop crying and whining to the people that's in control, bro. Start just. You want to be in the same situation they are. They are in. So,
yeah, I do believe somebody will accept his money. They might rake him over the coals a little bit, but to get to where he's going, because they know who he is, they're gonna see him coming from a mile away, like a bull in a damn china shop. So it's gonna be, you got to take it all or nothing situation with him, because they name to be tied to him. But like I said, I think it's just the big wigs because the people that's buying the stuff and gonna spend the money don't care about that type of stuff. Well, I don't know. I think we're gonna see a little bit more complaining from him before we get anywhere. And it's the shoes that he already made produced is gonna go up even higher because of the situation, and he ain't probably gonna see no more profit from it because they cut ties with it and just gonna go all to them or whatever. I don't know. Or it's got to be a company that's real desperate, or maybe a company that need just a little bit more money to come back to life, like Spalding. But man, I know Nike is saying because they're the first one that dealt with it. I know they're saying we dodged a big bullet on that one. Good thing we got rid of his ass before this even came out.
No, because they're having the same problem with Kyrie.
Well, yeah, you're right about that.
They're having the same problem with Kyrie. Look, we're not even talking about this. We're not even talking about how. It's a side note, but how Nike is slaughtering kangaroos.
Yeah,
for their pelts, for their skin to make soccer clothes and soccer balls and stuff.
That's where they getting it from.
They slaughtering millions and millions of kangaroos, bro. They don't. Yeah, you're not gonna hear about this on regular TV.
Well, no, you ain't gonna never hear about that. Them Peter folks gonna come.
Only on Make a Way and Old Boy TV over here, man. It's the way you don't want to get the real deal news. Make sure you like and subscribe too.
Yeah. Make sure y'all please like and subscribe. But Kanye, I think after he finished going on this complaining, and I don't know. I guess these are Kanye YouTube channels I'm seeing, like 24-hour Kanye streams of his interviews. Is he doing that? People doing that?
That's just people just taking this the Drink Champs interview. Once they got banned and somebody downloaded it and re-uploaded it back, and just because they know people gonna watch it. You got thousands of people watching these lives and they making money. So I mean, I can't knock them. I wish I
when it first went down, I seen it was like on 24-hour loops
all day.
Yeah,
all day long.
Damn, a lot of people eating off Kanye. But I think he's gonna keep complaining. And I think he probably is gonna die down. And I think where he probably gonna have to come back at to get stronger is where he started with the music. He gonna have to all this Adidas stuff and the Gap stuff, people that dropped him. I think maybe we should take a break from that and get back in the studio and drop some heat. Because I don't even know, because Kanye even had what they call scores when they use your music like on commercials and movies. He even had some of his music in commercials and movies getting big royalties off of that. Oh yeah. So hopefully people still mess with on that, because as far as production, you can't take away nothing as far as what he do in the studio. He know how to make them beats and put all kinds of stuff away from him.
He know how to fish.
Take that away from him. So I think he need to I guess I ain't gonna say count his losses, but I know it's a lot to think about. I mean, $2 billion. Damn. I know that's a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah.
But
I'd be sick to my stomach. I lost $2 billion. I don't care if I'm still a billionaire. I had it.
Yeah, you had it. That would have taken you to wherever else.
On paper, at least.
Yeah. So but Kyrie, I don't. Did they forced him to pay like $500K to somebody? Is he paying it? Did he pay it? I think that's messed up.
So he had 6 things they wanted him to do. The small hats wanted him to do Bojangles and Buck dance, so he can get his position back in basketball. This is my thing, bro. This one suggestion: every NBA basketball team has 3 or 4 high paid $30, $40 million players. Why can't 10 of these players come together, 10, 20 of these players come together, put $10 million a piece together to start their own league, to start their own NBA or whatever, the BNBA, the Black NBA, I don't know what you want to call it.
Yeah.
But they're making enough money to where they can start their own and one. They can start their own big 3, like Ice Cube. They won't do it. I don't know.
I mean, that question has been asked a lot. Like, why we got all these people in the NBA making all this money? Why can't they just say, you know what, we done make our own?
And what's the NBA? What? Hold on. What's the percentage of blacks in the NBA?
So I guess one of the first questions would be, where would they play at? Is it a black person that owns any of these stadiums?
HBCU. They can play at Benedict.
Okay, that's a good start. Yeah, they could play at a HBCU. They could do that. And maybe the thing is, a lot of the players been so focused on getting to where they at playing ball, maybe they might not have the business acumen to even come together and do that. I know that sounds kind of bad. The sense, I mean,
it's 80% black.
Yeah.
So my thing is, if all the black players just is like, F it, we walking off. We're gonna do a blackout or whatever. We're gonna walk off. We're gonna, and we're gonna start our own stuff. What they gonna do?
Yeah.
What can they do?
I mean, that's probably gonna hurt the bench warmers. I mean, they ain't making $1 million, a year or something like that. The third string people. But they could do that. They could say forget the contracts and all that, because like Kyrie Irving, he got money. So all these players that already got money, even if they break the contract and whatever and say what the hell with the contract, they still got money. So they can say the hell with the the endorsements and all that and still got money. We're gonna start our own thing. I think people will watch it, but it's just well, the cameras will get in there. But you're gonna have a lot of people that maybe small hats or non-black people that's gonna try to shut them out somehow. We ain't gonna put you on none of our TVs, so or our main affiliate station. So you got to figure out. I don't know. Maybe they can stream it on YouTube, but then they don't want to do that because they're just gonna funnel money through YouTube and Google. And so for them to get the revenue off of it, if they start their own thing, I think that would be, which they can figure it out, but that would be what you got to sit down and try to figure out how you're going to do that.
Start your own social media. Start your own YouTube. Kyrie, Kanye, you got enough money to start your own YouTube social media. You got enough money to start your own Twitter. You have enough resources to start your own platforms.
Yeah.
You can't sit here and say you can't do that. Like it's just getting off the nipple. Like you can't. It's hard to get off that nipple, man.
Yeah, and another thing about Kyrie too. The reason why they on him so hard because now is their time to get him because he went so hard against the jab. So
yeah, that's another big thing. This is another reason they mad at him. I hate to say that, but
yeah, it's kind of like they did OJ. Okay, damn, he got off on that murder. Oh, but you went and stole that memorabilia. 5 years.
Gotcha. Got your ass.
Everybody got you. That's what they're doing. They double backing on his ass. He talked so down against the jab, They knew he was gonna slip up at one point. Yeah, and I guess this this is it. So I don't know. But as far as Kyrie and Kanye, well, Ye, saying that they are the Jewish people and stuff like that. They're the people.
We the original Jews. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. Do you think that has any validity?
I haven't done enough research to even speak on that. From my little bit of understanding, a little bit of research, there were original tribe of black Jewish people in Africa, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't have enough knowledge to speak on it, honestly.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. We don't. I mean, I don't know it all either, but from what I hear, it's worth looking into. I can at least say that. I guess. I mean, because at the end of the day, we don't know what to believe. Besides, I guess what's in front of us.
Right.
So side note, before we get up out of here tonight, was you witness to? It was an air show, a military air show in Dallas. Was you privy to see? Did you see what happened with that?
Let's check it out.
All right, and give your I guess, synopsis on what we got going on here.
Man, look, that's the risk you take. It's like going skydiving. You got a certain percentage chance of dying.
Yeah. Now, contents of the video may be disturbing. Okay, let's go ahead and go.
Yeah, fair use.
Yeah, fair use.
Oh,
okay, so
God,
nobody. Yeah. So what they're saying here looks like somebody broke formation. This was a formation to air show.
Oh, Dios mío. Dios mío. Oh, Dios mío.
Oh.
Oh my. Are you serious, bro? This just happened right.
What? No.
Now, from your reaction, have you seen this over the weekend?
I did gander at that.
Yeah.
What you? I don't know what to say.
I know, but first of all, my condolences to the family. I think there were 6 people involved in it. I think that big plane had like 5 people in it. I think one person sits like on a gun, and
yeah, that was a B-2 bomber.
Yeah. One person dropped bombs and all this kind of stuff, and 2 people flying or whatever. So I guess you're right. I don't know what to say about this. Because I heard some crazy stuff. So somebody said the man intentionally done it in the smaller plane, but I don't think that. Let me go back to these clips here. I mean, you can't really see it in here.
Look like somebody messed up. That's what happened. I don't think.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can pause that the right spot. This small plane was supposed to be like in the inside circle. He's trying to make it, but it said the plane is old, it's old design. But he was going too fast to make that turn, and that old plane, because these are old historic planes. Hold on, let me blow it up here. And that old historic plane wasn't built for the G's. If he made that turn, it was a line coming through. Oh, if I can see, I'm thinking you can see my screen, but it was planes behind him and in front of him, the small plane. But he was going so fast making that turn, he had to swing wide because he's going too fast. He couldn't swing it tight. It would have been too many G's. Then he swung out and hit the. I guess it was like a double. They're supposed to be doing like one of these moves.
Hey man, all I can say is when it's your time, it's your time.
Yeah,
it was their time.
Well, I agree with that statement. When it is your time, it is your time. But I guess with that being said, I guess it would be time for us to.
That ain't funny, man. That's no, that ain't funny. That's messed up, man. Condolences to the family. Prayers out to them, because that's rough right there. That's you going out with a bang for real.
Yeah, and think about the people in the B-52 never seen it coming. They claim that the other plane, I think it's a B-16.
Like a P-51 Mustang. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it might be a P something. Excuse me if I'm wrong. I know the aviation people might, flame me. But yeah, I hear that plane has low visibility far at the bottom because you're wrapped up in the case, in the capsule in that plane, and you can't really, and nobody had black boxes. I guess it wasn't a requirement because it's not a so-called passenger plane, so it wasn't like they had to have a black box, so-called. But yeah, condolences to them, and I guess anything you want to say, shout out your channel or whatever before we get up out of here.
Shout out Will Make a Way. Shout out Old Boy TV. Check out the channel. Like, subscribe, comment. If you like the content, we're gonna bring in more bangers. If you got any more any suggestions you want us to talk about, leave them in the comments.
Yeah, if y'all catch this on a replay, leave a comment and subscribe, like, share, and we appreciate you for joining the stream and Now, if you got any ideas or anything you want us to talk about, we gotta get some women on here because I got some. We want to talk about some what they call it, gender war stuff too. We want to get back on that. We want to talk about that. So y'all drop comments what you want to hear. You know, like and subscribe, and we out. Appreciate y'all for joining the show.